Otago, a part of New Zealand known for its sunny, hot summers, but also its bitterly cold winters. It's also renowned for as the colours capital when it comes to autumn, especially Arrowtown, where we are based out of for this episode. Soph has always loved the autumn, so much that on our wedding she had her bridesmaids' dresses made in the colours of autumn. She's been hanging out for this part of the country and for the season, but as winter approaches we do find ourselves running out of power as that sun doesn't quite get high enough in the sky to charge our batteries. Our adventure begins on the road after leaving a stunning free camp at Kingston. The drive along the lake edge is beautiful and an easy tow even for large caravans. Heading below the Remarkables is incredible. Those peaks are over 2,000 metres high or 7,000 feet. They are remarkable. But we're heading for a parkover property with the NZMCA. It's just out of Arrowtown. This one is the most challenging one we've ever stayed at, but it's also the only one in the whole Queenstown area, so we're grateful that these people are willing to share their space. Alright, well we've had a look. The dip's not that bad really for us. It is a bit of a tight corner. It's also not a lot of solar here for this time of the year, but there's not really too many other options if you want to camp somewhere cheap, so we're just going to do it. So this place is pretty tight, narrow, short, hilly and shady, but we were doing a few skids going up the bank to get into this spot. Man, that was a mission. So the time of day here was about 11:30 in the morning. The sun was pretty much almost peaking, not quite high enough. Go Tobes.
We came to Arrowtown to see the colours.
Who's been hanging out for this the most, Toby?
Mum.
Yeah, this was one of my things about coming to the South Island, was to be here for autumn.
Probably could have held off a day or two. It is pretty busy, hard to get a car park. It is Easter Monday today, and probably a couple of weeks ahead of peak colour, but still pretty stunning in here. We're just down at the Arrowtown River, or the Arrow River. Safe to say that Arrowtown gets hammered with visitors at this time of the year. Pretty hard to get a parking spot, and even some of the photos or videos without other people in them, but you can see why. It's pretty beautiful here.
All in my head, trying my best, didn't know what I wanted. Never looked up, never was enough, wishing I could be something. Thunder and rain, losing my way, only made me so higher. Taking my shot, all that I got, setting my soul on fire. There's only one thing I know, the best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not? The best is yet to come.
When you're hiking, four-wheel driving and exploring around this area, there's a bunch of four-wheel driving that takes you into some old gold mining settlements up the river here, but we just wandered around close to town. There's also plenty of history right here in town. Quite interesting reading the plaques about the Chinese who came here to hunt for gold. Pretty excluded from the community, and apparently it would take you about 5 years of hard work and frugal living to be able to return to China, buy a small bit of land where you can live sufficiently. So, you know, it's pretty hard yards, isn't it? Not to mention this is a pretty cold part of New Zealand, so in the winter time would have been tough. Yeah, I definitely love using my imagination and thinking about what life must have been like all those years ago living in places like this. Would have been so difficult. Everything, water, firewood, cooking, food, just a harsh environment to live in. Considering now, yeah, we've got our caravan with hot water, you know, fridge, freezer, heaps of storage, it's great. Toby, what do you think about these houses?
Cool.
What else?
Awesome.
And what else? Do you want to live in one?
No.
Why not? It's always a good chat with Toby, but we continued our walk and landed at the World War II monument, which had some pretty cool views looking out over the town. So Arrowtown is a tiny village which has become pretty popular for its charm and its historic buildings and history, not to mention the autumn colours. It used to be quiet here and not so well visited, now it's a top destination. We didn't stay in town long before we were headed up to Coronet Peak, which is a ski area in winter. We went up to have some lunch and to check out the views. Definitely a pretty impressive view. You got the Remarkables up over here, and then the Lake Wakatipu. Can't quite see Kingston over there somewhere. Saw there's a bunch of parasailers jumping off the hill here, so we thought we'd better come video them. Okay, Toby, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, run, go! Either like being in the water or having my feet on solid ground. I think I will not be partaking in that activity. We've come to have a look at the AJ Hackett bungee jumping area. Some cool autumn colours in here too. And like all the places we've been this weekend, it is very busy here.
Job is done for now, at least. My calendar is filled with vacancies. In the days ahead, I'm looking to. I've done all that's been asked of me to do. So honey, now I'm through trying to impress. Now I'm taking off and cutting loose. There's a clock in a office, and it feels so.
Pretty amazing how the old bridge is all made of wood. I guess it's got steel cabling at the top, but
I got a pocket with a little cash, car with a tank of gas, and nowhere to be.
so a couple of nights at this park over property under the trees. We are pretty much a dead flat battery now. So because of that, we haven't been able to run the heater, which means it's very, very wet in here. And even the GoPro is fogging up. And yet, before anyone says, make sure you crack your windows. They're pretty much all cracked. There's just a bit of rain last night. It's autumn now. It's getting wet, so risk of condensation's a lot higher. The heater's on. Nah, we're good, but the heater won't start if the battery's too low because it uses the fan. So we're going to go plug into power today, and we're going to get everything nice and topped up. We've got a couple of days of rain expected in Cromwell, but that's us. We're heading off. Sweet. So if you're a hire caravan or a motorhome, you won't bottom out here. But we know also that there is a far more to do and see in this area. We plan to come back here this way closer to summer. We want to go to Mavora Lakes, Glenorchy and a bunch of other places. But next time, or next episode, we're in Central Otago, still swimming and soaking up plenty of sunshine. So we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.